Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Meadsy69, and we are back with a new tank in stores right now for £75. It is a tier 9 higher bird nation. In fact, T55A. It should really be a German tank, but they put it down as a high bird nation, and it's pretty much a T54. Just a premium version of a T54. So on Blitzstars, we have got the T55A. We've got the T54 with pretty much the same gun, and we're going to put another T54 with the other gun. So DPM 2944, which is the same as the second T54, exactly the same, but the penetration on the T54 is a little bit less on that gun. But with the 100mm D54, the DPM is slightly less, but the penetration is the same. Alpha is the same. So it's pretty much a mix of a T54 with the 100mm D54 and a T54 with a 100mm D10T2C. God, that was hard to say. So it's pretty much mixed in between them two guns. If you like the T54, you're going to like the T55A because it's the same tank. It really is the same tank. Now, is it worth buying a T55A? Well, if you play a lot of battles, the T54 is a great tank. It's just a premium version, and it's not even a premium. It's in enriched tank, so you're going to get credits. You're going to make credits with it. If you're a collector, of course, it's worth having. I'm not saying the price is a bit steep, but come on, guys. At least it's not a crate. So there is pluses and there is minuses. Now, as said, the penetration is 270. That is with the heat, 219 with the AP. So I would probably run this with calibrated shells. I don't usually run mediums or any other tank in the game apart from British tanks like with Hesh. They're the only tanks that I run calibrated shells, but that's my view. Other people run calibrated shells on any other tanks, but I only run calibrated shells pretty much on only tanks with Hesh. And that's pretty much it compared to the T54. Near enough everything is the same. The speed, the armor is a little bit different. So the whole armor is 100. The T54 is 120, so slightly less hull armor on the T54. Whereas the turret armor again is slightly less than the T54 on the front, but on the side it's 200 compared to 160, and on the back it's 160 compared to 65. So the front of the turret is a little bit weaker than the T54, but the side and the rear of the turret is considerably much stronger than T54. So basically, as I've said, it is a T54. It looks like a T54. It plays like a T54. It's got the gun of a T54. The speed of a T50, everything is the same as the T54 because it is a T54, except for that armor, that turret armor. I think it's got slightly better accuracy, but the gun is still a hit and miss. You're going to have shots, and this battle here, there is a shot that just disappears. I don't know if it's a ghost shot but this is driven by my good friend Nilo Shark in my clan. I have two battles. Both are not from me because I'm still waiting for this tank on my press account. So two people have been kind enough to send me the replays in. So this is Canal, and it is Supremacy, and he's capping D. Well, he's capped D, and no one has come. There is only one medium on the enemy team. Now, so he's going to poke forward, but the enemy have got 3 TDs. So you can see him there looking in the bush just to see if he can spot a TD there. no luck. So he's going to push forward and he's going to get the side of some of these tanks. One shot there into the side of the E75. He does get spotted, but he gets one more shot into him, and then he gets a nasty shot from, I believe, that E75 in return. So again, we have to switch to heat because the penetration is not great. 6.8 second reload, that is with calibrated shells. And again, you're going to have a tough job penning these tanks from this distance. However, that did hit, but it didn't pen, as you can see. So I actually thought that penned. So we're going to take the time, and he's going to aim, and he finally gets the shot in. And now just in front of him, you can see the tortoise coming. He's going to try and focus him, and he's going to watch out for him, but he's going to get one more sneaky shot into that E75 before the E75 disappears around the corner. And again, he knows the tortoise is there. He hasn't come around yet, so he's going to poke forward, and he's going to see if the tanks are still in the middle. And here comes one of the shots that just, not quite yet, he's going to get shot into that grill. 388 max roll there, and the grill decides to stay there. Great, we're going to switch to HE, and we're going to do more damage. And now the tortoise comes forward, and you don't want to be sat in front of a tortoise with the DPM of that thing. So we're going to go over the ridge. The tortoise has got great gun depression, so he does need to be careful, but he has got backup. And you'll see the tortoise trying to poke, and you've got to be careful because the tortoise can actually shoot him from here. But with the turret, with the strong turret, he will have trouble penning him. And you can see he is taking out the tortoise. No problem at all. Into that hatch of the tortoise. Very, very weak. And he's going to take him out. Yeah, the tortoise misses, and he's going to take him out. And he's already done 3,400 damage. So not bad. That what's said on the ribbon. If you look at the side now, it says 3k. But the ribbon says 3,000. Now, the grill there, again, he's going to poke forward 444 into him with HE. And this is the shot that disappears. Ready? I'm going to shoot. And I don't even see a shell come out of that tank. It just disappears. So now it is only 3 tanks left. He's going to push forward. He's going to get that shot into the grill. Just leaving 2 tanks remaining. But it is supremacy. And before he gets there, the battle finishes. But nevertheless, still a great battle. 4.3k damage. He gets the ace. 36,000 credits earned, which is not bad for a T55 or a T54. T54, you hardly ever make credits because it's known as the Heat 54 because you have to shoot a lot of heat. The same with this, exactly the same with this, but the difference is you're going to make credits. Now, next up, we have Schwalb, a very good YouTuber. She sent me this in. She did say she's probably going to put it on her channel. She sent it to Bushka as well, but I said, I don't mind. I'm doing a T55 review anyway, so I'll use it as part of my review. And she's farming that. If you haven't checked her channel out, guys, go check her channel out. She's a great YouTuber on the NA server. Very good human being. Now, as we was looking at her page there, she's been very lucky because the enemy have got no mediums, but they have got 5 TDs. But because they all went to town, she's now got herself in a great position on the enemy spawn where she's just getting free damage. Free damage. There's like 5 or 6 tanks there, and none of them want to know her because there are tanks in front. But unfortunately for her, the team can't quite hold as long as she had liked them to, and they do start dying, which means she loses all of her targets. So that's 2 green tanks down already. She hasn't taken no damage, but she has done 1,400 damage. And then here we get the ISU. Again, not facing her. He has just shot, so she's going to get herself some free damage. 388 high roll there. And just before she reloads, the Conqueror can take him out. So it is now 5 against 6. They are capping. So Schwalb does tell the enemy, does tell the green team to stop capping, which is fair enough. There's still a lot of damage to do, and they can still pull this off because there's a lot of reds on low hit points. The waffle there has just been shot. However, the RU is now dead, so it is 4 against 6. The object 704 there, Schwalp, takes one shot into him, but he does manage to get back into cover. And the Jagdtiger takes out the VK, so it is now 3 against 5. She gets a lovely shot on that object before the Conqueror can take him out. So it's 3 against 5. She's still full health. She had just been spotted. Now, the only mistake I would probably point out is I wouldn't get into that position where she was just in, because it's a dead end and you can't really do much. And when you're going to, if you need to run away, you're going to expose yourself and you're going to get shot. But she does an amazing job. She still hasn't been shot. But now it is 1 against 5. 1 against 5. And this is the bit I mean. I wouldn't have come here. But she still does a great battle. And it still pays off for her in the end. And now the Jagdtiger starts pushing. This is where she decides that ain't a great position. And fair play to her. She's realised that very early on. She's noticed the KV4 there on one shot, so she does poke back, clear him up. So it is now 1 against 4. The Jagdtiger is coming, so she knows where he is. And here are the other 3. And she focuses on the tank that she needs to focus on, and that is the Waffle. Now, she needs to get rid of that Waffle. For me, the Jagdtiger, or both Jagdtigers, are not really dangerous threats. Yes, they've got great guns, great DPM, but they haven't got a turret. So for me, the main target for me would be that WZ-111. But he's capping. So she knows exactly where he is. And because he's capping, it allows her to start circular deathing this Jagdtiger. And you can see the heat shot come through, which allows her more time with this Jagdtiger, because now the WZ-111 has stopped capping and he is on his way. And you can see her, she's trying to focus on him, but she hasn't got a shot on him. So she's going to start taking care of this Jagdtiger. She does get a nasty shot in return, but she manages to clear him. Now it's 1 against 1. So she's cleared 4 tanks all by herself on her own. And this is an unlucky bounce. Very unlucky. And she really needed that shot, because she is a one shot. If she would have shot him there and penned, he would have been a one shot. But the 111 allows her to get the top hatch. She's using the Jagdtiger as cover, which is fantastic. Great gameplay. And if the WZ didn't learn the first time about her shooting the hatch, you'd think he will learn, but I'm afraid he doesn't. And she gets a lovely shot into that hatch. Now, that was probably the best battle that you're ever going to see in this T55. An amazing battle, and she does finish on 6.1k damage, 48,000 credits earned. Amazing battle. Top Gun high caliber Radleys. She gets the Kolobanov, and she gets all these pretty ribbons to go with that. 1551 XP, and look at that team. 800 damage is the next person. Fantastic battle. Thank you very much for sending me that in. The link to her channel will be in the description. Go and check her out. She's a great YouTuber, great person, great player. So do go check her out if you haven't already. But for now, that is the T55A, guys. Go buy it if you want it, but it is just a T54. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.